The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson is a counterintuitive approach to living a good life, offering a fresh perspective on personal development. The book challenges the traditional self-help narrative that emphasizes positivity and happiness at all costs. Instead, Manson argues that life's struggles are inevitable and that the key to a fulfilling life lies in choosing what truly matters and letting go of the rest. The myth of constant positivity. Manson begins by debunking the myth that constant positivity leads to happiness. He critiques the self-help industry for selling the idea that happiness is something to be pursued relentlessly. According to Manson, this obsession with positivity creates unrealistic expectations and leads to disappointment when things don't go as planned. Instead of chasing happiness, Manson suggests that people should embrace their limitations, flaws, and the inevitable challenges of life. Choosing your struggles. Central to Manson's philosophy is the idea that life is about choosing your struggles. He explains that everyone has problems, and there's no way to escape them. However, what differentiates a meaningful life from an unfulfilling one is the ability to choose the problems you're willing to face. In other words, the things you care about should be worth the pain and effort they require. Manson emphasizes that by carefully selecting the things you care about, the things you give a F***CTK about, you can focus your energy on what truly matters. The paradox of choice. Manson introduces the concept of the feedback loop from hell, where people feel bad about feeling bad. This loop is exacerbated by the modern world's endless choices and the pressure to be perfect. He argues that the more choices we have, the more likely we are to feel inadequate or regretful about the choices we didn't make. Manson suggests that instead of worrying about making the perfect choice, people should focus on making decisions that align with their values, accepting that perfection is unattainable. Responsibility and empowerment. One of the key lessons in the book is the importance of taking responsibility for your life. Manson distinguishes between fault and responsibility, explaining that while you may not be at fault for certain things that happen to you, it is still your responsibility to deal with them. This shift in perspective is empowering because it puts you in control of your responses to life's challenges. By accepting responsibility, you reclaim power over your life and are better equipped to make meaningful changes. The value of suffering. Manson argues that suffering is an inevitable part of life, and instead of avoiding it, we should embrace it. He explains that the pursuit of pleasure and avoidance of pain often lead to emptiness because they are not sustainable sources of fulfillment. True happiness, according to Manson, comes from finding meaning in life's struggles. He urges readers to stop seeking a life free from problems and instead focus on solving the problems that matter to them. This approach shifts the focus from seeking external validation to finding internal satisfaction. The importance of values. The book delves into the importance of values and how they shape our lives. Manson argues that many people have poor values, such as seeking approval, chasing material success, or avoiding discomfort. These values are problematic because they are outside of our control and lead to a never-ending cycle of dissatisfaction. Instead, Manson advocates for developing good values, such as honesty, integrity, and personal growth. These values are within our control and lead to a more fulfilling life because they are based on intrinsic motivations rather than external rewards. Manson's law of avoidance. Manson introduces the concept of Manson's law of avoidance, which states that the more something threatens your identity, the more you will avoid it. This law explains why people often shy away from challenges or changes that could improve their lives. Manson argues that growth requires stepping outside of your comfort zone and confronting the things that scare you. By facing your fears and taking risks, you can expand your identity and live a more authentic life. The certainty of death. One of the more philosophical aspects of the book is Manson's discussion of death and its role in shaping our lives. He argues that acknowledging our mortality is crucial to living a meaningful life. The awareness of death helps us prioritize what truly matters and forces us to confront the impermanence of life. Manson suggests that instead of fearing death, we should use it as a motivator to live fully and authentically, making choices that align with our true values. The rejection of entitlement. Manson also tackles the issue of entitlement, which he sees as a major obstacle to personal growth. He criticizes the modern tendency to feel entitled to success, happiness, or comfort without putting in the necessary effort. This sense of entitlement leads to unrealistic expectations and a victim mentality when things don't go as planned. Manson encourages readers to reject entitlement and instead adopt a mindset of humility, recognizing that life doesn't owe them anything. By doing so, they can take responsibility for their actions and work towards their goals with realistic expectations. The power of saying no. Another key theme in the book is the power of saying no. Manson argues that in a world full of endless opportunities and distractions, the ability to say no is crucial for maintaining focus and achieving what truly matters. Saying no allows you to protect your time, energy, and values from being diluted by things that don't align with your priorities. Manson suggests that by being selective about what you give *CK about, you can lead a more intentional and fulfilling life. Embracing uncertainty. Manson challenges the conventional wisdom that people should strive for certainty in their beliefs and decisions. He argues that certainty is an illusion and that embracing uncertainty is key to personal growth. By admitting that you don't have all the answers, you open yourself up to learning, adapting, and evolving. This mindset encourages humility and curiosity, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and flexibility. Conclusion. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck offers a refreshing and realistic approach to personal development. Mark Manson's candid, no-nonsense style encourages readers to rethink their priorities, embrace life's challenges, and focus on what truly matters. By rejecting the pursuit of constant positivity and instead embracing responsibility, uncertainty, and the inevitability of suffering, readers can find meaning and fulfillment in their lives. Ultimately, the book is a call to live authentically, make intentional choices, and give a fuck about the things that truly matter.